Another plank variation that I'm sure is in my plank variations video, but I just wanted to kind of isolate this one and describe it a little bit. It's sort of running around the internet without much description or explanation, so I want to just show it. I call this one plank hip rolls. There's a lot of different names running around out there, but this is starting in a neutral plank and your hips rolling from side to side. Now there's a couple of different ways that this can be done, and I just want to go over those with you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start in a neutral forearm plank. So you're going to be in a nice plank here. Now remember, to get into plank, you got to make sure that navel to spine and you're tucking your butt under so that you're in a nice flat position. What we don't want is to dip the back. And it's okay if you get a little bit high up into a pike to start. You know, if you're a beginner here, this is fine. You eventually want to end up here in neutral. Okay, so this is what the exercise will look like ultimately once you've learned it. You go side to side, to side, to side. Now notice I'm not moving my feet at all. And good. Okay, so you notice my feet stuck together. That's kind of important. Rule number one, as far as I'm concerned with that exercise, is you keep your feet together. Don't try to adjust your feet because then it gets all complicated and crazy. If you just think of going from 2 sets of toes to one shoe to 2 sets of toes to 1 shoe, that will kind of help you. Remember, this is an oblique exercise, so it's about rotating the pelvis around your spine. Okay, so your spine needs to stay straight except for that lower bit, which is going to rock from side to side. You want to imagine one hip aiming towards the floor. So here's a little variation that I've seen a lot of. It's not incorrect, it's just a little addition where you go down and then you pick it up. Yeah? Down and up. Now that's not wrong. It's totally fine. That just brings those lateral bending muscles into it a little bit more. For some people who have less mobility, that might be more challenging. I want you to really focus on trying to lift up when you get to neutral. Make sure that when you do twist, if you dip down, that you don't stay low, because that can really throw off your back and tweak it a little bit. So make sure that when you come from that side position, that you're lifting back up. Even if you pass through in a slight pike, that's better than losing your core connection there. Okay, you want to keep those abs lifted. Okay? Now, another variation that you can do if you want to split the feet, which might help you with your balance, is to take a wider foot stance for your plank, and then you would go to 2 feet, and 2 feet, and 2 feet. That makes it a little bit easier for a beginner, and you'll still get that beautiful oblique work. Good. Okay? So again, do those. They're excellent. You're going to feel a nice mobility work in that low spine and that rotation, which is a super important range of motion. What I implore you to do is don't try to go super fast from side to side to side, rocking and rolling super fast, because that's just momentum. You want your muscles to work. In order for those muscles to contract appropriately, you need to move slowly through it. Exhale and breathe so that you're making sure that you're working with proper form throughout and you're really deeply contracting those core muscles. Don't rush it. Take your time. Breathe. Try first for 10 sets, so like 10 on each side, just to really feel that hip movement. And as you get stronger, you'll be able to go a little bit further, do a little bit more, and keep your feet together. Thanks.